Welcome, guys, to Fresh Out of 88. You are now rocking with the best. Yes, you are now rocking with the best. I got a lot of information for y'all today, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, I got a lot of information. Um, I'd say we get right into it. Um, First off, I want to thank y'all before we continue. I want to thank y'all for clicking. Thank you for joining. And let's rock out. All right. So, what I got here is Pac-Man loses to Ugas. And you probably already know that already. Big surprise. For me, yes, it is. I thought that Pacquiao would beat Ugas easily. Honestly, I did. I thought Pacquiao would beat him easily. I thought that if Ugas would win, that he would have to knock Pacquiao out. However, we all seen that wasn't the case. So it is what it is. I think that Pacquiao should retire. I mean, I don't know. It looked like he was taking a lot of damage. Um, he just reflexes wasn't as I don't know. It just didn't seem like the Pacquiao I fell in love with. However, he hasn't fought in 2 years, so it could have been ring rust. You know, me being a fighter, I know I could tell you a little something about ring rust myself. So big shout out to Ugas. He's now a official world champion. For those of you who don't know, before he had just a placeholder belt, a regular championship belt. That's what they call it, a regular championship, and then a super championship. So he won a regular championship fighting some guy, and then the WBA stripped Manny Pacquiao and gave the title to Ugas. So this was the official fight that needed to happen for him to be champion anyway. But he was actually already champion. So this went down as a defense of his title. But like I said, I like Ugas. Everybody. I already told y'all my history with Ugas. Everybody already know. So let's move along, shall we? Sha'Carri Richardson finishes last, and I don't know if she finished last, guys. I really don't know if she finished last. I could tell you she started last. You have to start somewhere else to finish last, but she started last and she finished it last. So, I mean, she didn't really improve, but it is what it is what it is. I just think that hopefully she can learn to be humble and really take her craft serious because she's on a world stage. She's got to represent for the sisters. She's got to represent for the sisters. So yeah, hopefully everything goes works out well for her. I understand she just lost her mom or her grandmom or something. I'm not real exactly sure on the case, but my heart go out to the sister. Hope she find good guidance. And, just help her be the best athlete, the best person, the best sister she could be. All right, so moving right along, right? Because this one right here kind of caught me off guard. Biden leads American troops in Afghanistan. What? This is ridiculous. You mean to tell me the dude that voted way back in 2001, 2002 to send soldiers there, he turns around and leaves them in Afghanistan? That's America for you guys. Yeah, I think it's appalling. People are saying that he should be kicked out of all kind of weird stuff they're saying on Fox News. But who watches that anyway, right? Moving right along. Because this is something that I actually wanted to talk about. This is something that really bugged me. So, if you don't know about the Fresh and Fit podcast, right? They do basically like a dating and relationship podcast, and basically just to give you some insight, they they pretty much bring a bunch of girls on, trigger them, just so they can make fun of them, or at least get good content. So that's pretty much the details on that. So just a little backstory. There's another podcast called, or not even a podcast, it's a YouTube channel, Abba and Preach. That's what it's called. They do reaction videos and just dibble and dabble in all kind of content. So, however, Abba and Preach does a what do you call those videos? A reaction video to one of Fresh Fit's videos. Hopefully, you guys follow along. Abba and Preach does a response video to one of Fresh and Fit's videos, and Fresh and Fit didn't like it, so they started clowning Abba and Preach. However, Fresh Fit got exposed by a young lady. And you can find all this on YouTube. I might tag some of the content just so you guys can keep up. You know what? Maybe I'll put a video right there, right there, no, right here, right here, right here, right here. I'll put a video right here or some images over my shoulders or something, so y'all can see what I'm talking about because this is interesting. So these two podcasts are going back and forth, and in the midst of them going back and forth, uh, a lady comes out and exposes the Fresh and Fit podcast for pretty much trying to leverage their podcast to sleep with her. Pretty much to sum it up, the guy hit her up like, "Hey, I'm trying to do a show with you, an interview." And she's like, "Sure." They set up, and he's like, "Just so you know, I don't want anything platonic. You know, I like to date people I bring on my show or some weird shit like that." So just, and she's like totally caught off guard by this. So she's like, "Well, if I don't date you, I can't come." And he was like, "Yeah, I'm not trying to be a dick, but yada yada yada. Just look it up. All right, just trust me. Maybe I'll put it up here, over there. Maybe I'll put it up there. But please, it's a total. I gotta say it. I gotta say it. It's a less than honorable move because I mean, you're pretty much saying that, hey, I'll fly you to Miami. I'll do an interview with you, and as long as you have sex with me. Like, what type of cornball shit is that? And excuse my language, but it's cornball. It's. I don't even want to say it's simpery, but it's damn close. Like, I mean, I don't want to disrespect the square and say there's some square shit. I don't even know how to. I gotta create a whole new category to put you guys in for this. You know? And see, the thing is, most men do it. They'll try to leverage whatever they have to sleep with a girl. But I mean, it's levels to it. When you get down to the what it is, most guys try to do that, leverage what they got. But however, they don't outright say, "Hey, look, I'll do this, that, and the third as long as you sleep with me." Like, that's some cornball. Like, what kind of what? Like, of course I'll take you out to dinner, and I would like to sleep with you, but that's not something I would say. You know, it's just I wouldn't even feel comfortable having to say that. Like, I just if I felt like that, I'd have to say something like that. Then I don't even want it. It's like it's disgusting to me. I think that this is a sign of a much larger problem. And y'all know me. I like to solve problems. So I like to introduce y'all something real quick. I'm calling this the Gentleman's Revolution. That's what I'm calling it. I'm calling it the Gentleman's Revolution. Why the Gentleman's Revolution? Well, just to keep it short, right? Because I want to dedicate an entire video series for this. Because this is serious. Somebody's got to talk about it. There's I'm not even going to say a lot. There's too many less than honorable young black men, specifically less than honorable. And we can't even ask our ladies to even do anything if the vast majority of us is less than honorable. And some of us are way above honorable. However, how do I say this? Um, as far as leading the path to be honorable, there's even fewer of us actually, trying to lead the path to, what's honorable, what's right, what's life, you know? For instance, growing up, I remember I grew up in the 90s, so I remember, some OGs saying not sell drugs, this, that, and the third. I used to see commercials that say no to drugs, but you don't see that no more. It's just like everything's telling you to do it, do it, do it. Nobody's openly speaking out against a lot of these things. Nobody's openly really speaking out against it. Everybody knows, oh yeah, what it does, but nobody actually openly speaks out about these things. And that's what the gentleman's revolution is about. It's about men of distinction, men of honor, men of integrity. In fact, a lot of these characteristics, traits that I just mentioned, they barely get spoke of at all. It's like no one nowhere is looking for integrity or honor. Everybody throws around loyalty like a word nowadays, but I mean it's really deep. Like loyalty is deep. Loyalty means death before dishonor. Say it with me, death before dishonor. That's what loyalty means. If anybody didn't know. So, the Gentleman's Revolution. I want to kick off the first the premiere episode probably midway through this week. I don't know. I probably put out a trailer Wednesday or something. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know, but I know something needs to be done. You got a bunch of simps out here. You got a bunch of square guys working 9 to 5, thinking they're gangsters. Which there's nothing wrong with any of this. There's nothing like I'm not saying like being a simp is wrong, or even what Fresh Fit did was wrong. It was disgusting, but I can't say that it was wrong. Like, who am I to say if this was wrong or right thing to do? All I know is it left a bad taste in my mouth, and it made you look like a fool, bro. You guys actually. And I actually watched these guys' podcasts. It's just like, really, what an embarrassment. Total embarrassment. You out here, like, openly saying it. And it was not one young lady that came out against these guys. It was two. And I'm pretty sure it was more. I mean, these guys are running an episode with 5 or 10 girls. So I'm sure it was more. It's just distasteful. I gotta talk about it. So why is this important? Why is this important? You see, just like in my simp video, I explained how simps cause a lot of problems with women. And if the simp don't pick up on his simping, then the woman can't really address and change her problems, and it's just a spiral toward destruction. And now that's wrong. To know what you're doing doesn't lead to good results, but to keep doing it anyway. Now I can say that is wrong. It's beyond wrong. And right now my brain can't. It's like 3 in the morning. My brain can't put together the words to really say how wrong it is, but it's wrong. But yeah, that's my fresh updates. My third installment of my fresh update. This is a video series that I'm gonna keep coming to you. I'm gonna bring this video series right to your cell phone. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed what you heard here. Hope you share what you saw here. And peace, love, fresh out of 88.